There's no need to worry about anything ever because worry assumes control when we know there is no control. God is in control. That's the only control. Where does control come from? It comes from the thinking mind. We think we're in control. There is no control. God is in control. That's it. We are the observer. What causes us to think we're in control or think we're somebody doing something? This is the cycles of thought perpetuated by what? The sea of stimulation, aggravation, and information. So if we are worrying about something, that means we are still attached to our ego, our somebodyness, and we think we're in control. We think we're somebody. So how do we get out of this cycle, the cycle of worrying and being stressed? We have to come back to presence. We have to give it all up to God, to surrender. We have to keep surrendering. How do we do that? We have to facilitate a state of peace as much as possible. Keep reminding ourselves to relax. Relax the mind and the body and give it all up, because each second we're in the present moment, we are dissolving the ego. In each second we are in the present moment, we are detaching from our identification with our somebodyness or the actor or the ego. We are detaching from that when we stay present, which the thinking mind causes our attachment to it. Remember, there is no control, my friends. God is in control. That's it. We are the observer. That is it. We are merely the observer. We just forget. We're the confused observer because we have so much aggravation, stimulation, and information perpetuating our cycles of thought. And then we think we're in control. There is nothing to ever worry about. There's only divine timing. God is in control. What about all the bad things happening, this and that? It's all out of your control. God is in control. People just are attached to thinking they're in control and thinking others are in control. That's where judgment comes from too. When we judge others, we are programmed judging a program. We're just chemistry and conditioning running off. When we stay present enough, when we relax enough, calm the mind and body enough, become present enough, we realize there is no control, because when we become the observer, we observe nature running off. We observe karma running off. That's all there is. That's all that's happening, the cosmic unfolding. No matter what's happening, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. We don't know anyone's karma. We don't know the whole picture of what God is doing. And we're not supposed to. Unless we have cosmic consciousness, unless you can give it all up completely. All your attachments, dissolve your ego completely. So how do we dissolve the ego? We stay present, because every second we're present, we're dissolving the ego and we're detaching. That's very important, which is going to help us stay present more, which is how we allow the divine God to work through us. How do we allow higher self or God to work through us? By staying present. Presence and purification. Purification helps balance the vessel in order to stay present more. It helps us surrender. Presence, purification is so important because it helps us surrender and stay present more, which is how we allow the divine to work through us. All this works together. So anyway, coming back to worry, there's never any need to worry. When I catch myself worrying or stressed, I say, okay, it's time to facilitate a state of peace. There's too much aggravation going on, causing me to get caught in the thinking mind, the cycles of thought, which causes all these attachments to our somebodyness, thinking we know, thinking we're in control, which causes us to get caught in the cycles of suffering, which is part of worrying, and stress is part of that. So we always come back to what's causing the thought. We always kind of work backwards. Cycles of suffering, worry, stress, fear, all this other stuff, right? Judgment. We got to go back to, all right, well, I think I'm somebody. I think I'm in control. I think it's the cycles of thought. What's causing the cycles of thought? The aggravators, right? Aggravation, information, and stimulation. What do we got to do? We got to remove the aggravation, information, and stimulation as much as possible to calm the mind. We have to remove the physical aggravators, calm and purify the body. All this will allow us to help us to stop worrying and stressing. by remaining present and getting to the point where we can become the observer enough to realize that is all we are, is the observer, and to not stop getting attached to thinking we're somebody doing something and to thinking we're in control. It's all a cycle. So this is why I keep reminding myself, like, why do I keep making these same videos saying the same thing? Because I need to keep reminding myself when I keep getting caught in the game. Why are you worrying, dude? Too much aggravation and stimulation got your cycles of thoughts going. You gotta peel it back. You gotta start saying, all right, what are the main aggravators? Too much phone, right? Not staying present enough, not focusing on presence enough. Those are the big ones. Too much stimulation, aggravation, and information. You always got to start peeling those back. You need more time, as much as you possibly can. Sometimes it can be hard if you're very busy, like me. I watch my kids full time. I never have almost any time. It's very difficult to get any time to do anything because it's exhausting. And I work when I can, nights and weekends. So I'm always watching my kids, and I'm detoxing as I'm purifying my body. So I'm exhausted a lot of the time. So it can be hard. So not sleeping enough and or exhausting, having your chemistry constantly change when you're trying to purify your body can make it difficult, because when you're exhausted, you're more likely to get the cycles of thought going. And you're more likely to get worried, stressed, aggravated, all these things. So that's why balance is so important. Got to try to rest as much as possible, even if it's not sleeping. Any chance you get, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, got to prioritize resting the mind and the body, because when they get too stressed or overstressed, that makes everything else difficult, and then you get caught back in the cycles again. Right? You got to and eventually you become faster and faster at recognizing getting caught in these cycles again, and be like, oh, I need more rest. I need more mental relaxation. I need more time away from the stimulation, aggravation, and information to calm the mind and calm the body. I need to rest. I need to prioritize rest. Nothing else matters as much as rest and facilitating a state of peace and purifying and presence. Nothing else matters as much as these, because staying present is at the top of the list, because that is surrender. That is surrendering completely to our cosmic beloved, which is how we allow our cosmic beloved to work through us, become a vessel for God. I am God's eternal love pouring forth. That is the ultimate goal. So everything we do are just stepping stones to being more consistently surrendered or present. And then this way we don't worry or stress, because we realize we're the observer and we have no control. We have to give it all up. Give it all up to God. That's all there is to do. God is patiently waiting for us to put our attention on our cosmic beloved completely, because you are what you put your attention on. If you put your attention on TikTok and videos and information, and your mind's going to be going blah, 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 and you're not going to be focusing on what? God, surrender. We don't have to search for anything. We get caught in these traps. Entertainment and all these things, these traps are trying to program us to think we need to chase anything or do or try to do anything, when really you don't have to do anything but give it all up, which is really not doing anything. Easier said than done, because all this stimulation, aggravation, information gets us caught in the traps and the illusion, because we think we're somebody doing something, we think we're in control, we think we know all these things. So next time you find yourself worrying, let's bring it back to the center. Make more time for yourself. Take care of yourself. Like at night, I try to take care of myself before bed. I stretch. If I can do a sauna sometimes. I do a neck massager. I meditate. Things like this. Kriya yoga. Make more time throughout the day whenever possible. Do some acupuncture mat. Just lay down and relax. Listen to relaxed music, and just try to stop taking in information. Give social media a break. Give videos, all that stuff. We don't need it. We don't need to chase information. We need to surrender. All we got to do is surrender, and God takes care of everything. I hope you have a wonderful night or day whenever you're watching this, my beautiful friends. May the cosmic beloved give us presence, peace, patience, understanding, and his divine eternal love. I am God's eternal love pouring forth. Namaste.